Hello, young boy. Broadcasting to you by kind permission of English Electric BAC, who still pay me money. Most of your cards I got after I came back from my summer holiday. I like the line of aircraft carriers, but we don't really want them. We can't afford Polaris, yet alone all your bleeding aircraft carriers. The idea of recording messages this way isn't very bad at all. Means that you can sort of get down and write the letter quite easily without a lot of bloody old pens and... Dear Ian, sorry I haven't written sooner. Ran out of ink. You know, of course, by now, Leon's off to Canada, so... As he said, he'll be able to write to you and ask you to go climbing the Rockies for your summer holiday. If he's half as frightening as climbing the Dolomites, good luck to you, boy. It's the first thing on my list here is, since our glorious musical trips to North Wales, I've had a miscellaneous of bloody Blakes driving, and I go up with excuse any of your American friends, I go up with a damned Yankee. At least, is he a damned Yankee? He comes from Kentucky. He's one of the American Air Force chappies at Chick Sands, and he's got one of the old, that looks like a blown up Morris Minor. Was it sort of an A50 thing? Bloody great vehicle, but of course it's dead old. And the first time we went up in it, which was about October, we had one puncture on the way out, one puncture on the way back before we got onto the M1, so needless to say we didn't bother to get the tyre repaired. Got another bleeding puncture halfway down the M1, and we sat there for an hour waiting for the bloody AA to come along and put us right. We had a creep home after that. A second time when I went with them, we had 2 punctures again. So, I'm getting quite a sort of a house-trained puncture repairer and wheel changer. The only thing to be said is that he gets petrol at 10 cents a gallon on the station, so he doesn't buy petrol on the way there and back. He just gets bloody great cans out of the back of the car and glug 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 fills up when we run out. And it does about 100 miles to the pint on oil. From the point of view of the club, I've more or less packed it up now. I've handed in my notice. This is smashing stuff. This is most enjoyable. It's sort of Christmas Eve while I'm doing this, and as we're out tomorrow, we're going over to Auntie Kitty's for our bloody great feed up. We shall come back belching and passing wind like nobody's business for about a day. You can starve after one of her light lunches for about 4 days. Listen to this one, this is marvellous. La 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 da 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 da. Let me see. Christ, since you've left, I've got a bloody host here. Beethoven cello sonatas, Handel concerto grossi, Corelli Christmas concerto, Britain's serenade for tenor horn and strings, Britain's young person's guide to the orchestra, Bach harpsichord concertos, Peter Pears and Julian Bream lute songs, and John Dowland, Julian Bream lute, Sullivan, left here. I'll rapidly tell you my summer holiday in the Dolomites was absolutely breathtaking. We were climbing 4 and 5 and 6 hours at a time, mainly on the Cinque d'Ita, which is the group that's the Fünffingerspitze, which we were actually perched up amidst. I didn't send you a card because there wasn't any point, you weren't there by then. But we did some really marvellous climbs where you're perched on a sheer, more or less sheer face, looking down 400 foot and up 400 foot, you know, real classic stuff. And most of the climbing, by the standards of what we've done up till now, was certainly all severe. Well, it was all severe anyway. I mean, it was grade 3 and 4 for the continental grading system, and grade 3 goes up to severe, and grade 4 goes from V-diff to very severe. We didn't do anything more than exercising in artificial climbing. We did do, you know, an exercise as such, which was horrifying in itself. So, pardon me, Lord preserve us from any genuine artificial stuff. Passing on from the Dolomite holiday, I'll get out my map sometime. When you write me back on this tape, and I'll get out my maps and my pictures, and I'll go through them, and I'll sort of give you a sound picture to go to tell you, you know, what I really thought of it. Work-wise, you'll be disappointed to know we've had some of the biggest rises ever. I got about £175 rise this year. That's bearing in mind that I got about 150 quid last year as well. So we're doing very nicely, thank you. There's quite a lot of gas bearing work on our side. It doesn't stop everybody leaving, but you know, there's still seem to be leaving, but then everybody's leaving everywhere. So what's the bloody odds? You can't go on leaving and going somewhere else. But I'm very nicely placed. This is La Belle Hélène you hear at the moment, another Offenbach effort. But we're even sort of going from gas-bearing test table work to grinding head work, internal and external. Several other people have got a bit of stuff on the market, but we don't reckon too much to it at the moment. If only we can get our bloody finger out in time. We're even doing some inspection equipment stuff, you know, sort of like a Talleyrand in reverse, and sort of supported on gas bearing stuff. Well, my tape's nearly run out now. We'll say cheerio, Ian. Let's hear back from you fairly soon, and then I can write you again, sort of in the same vein. Auf Wiedersehen.
May I call you Joe? And Chloe, may I call you Flo?